Excellency, dear friends, and dear honored guests. The past week or so, I'm sure many of you saw the news about the object in space that scientists believed to be the first confirmed interstellar asteroid. This cigar-shaped object was named Oumuamua, given to it by the Hawaiian astronomers that first spotted it as its trajectory sent it on a flyby past Earth. The name Oumuamua appeared in several newspapers stories translated as a scout. Others called it a trailblazer, but the name that resonated with me was messenger from the past. Its unusual oblong shape, its lack of a wake like a comet's tail, and its resemblance to a rocky, tumbling space ship in the various artist rendering caught the imagination of people all over the world. How long had this asteroid been hurtling through space? Billions of years? The idea that this space visitor had come from somewhere in the past, from a place beyond our deepest conception of distance and time, to fill the Earth's collective mind with vision of something otherworldly, quickly made me think of it as a silent witness passing through our present, yet able to spark exchanges about subjects that are rarely part of our daily discourse. This silent traveler, this existential witness to multitude of worlds, promoted focus, raised questions, and led some of us to ask how we measure up in governing this tiny blue orb in the wetness of time and space. The answer, of course, is that we live in our small bubbles of family, work, religions, tribes, and nations with short memories and violent tendencies. Our effort to create societies to develop lasting values and practice that can move us forward have, as history tells us, far too often been cyclical train wrecks with war, genocide, and hatred taking the upper hand. I believe that we need new tools to achieve our goals of building a world that transmits messages of peace. And over the years, I have worked using art to advance intercultural dialogue as a basis of communication and as an essential building block in our education to understand the past in order to build a better future for our children. Through my sculptures, I take bronze and let it speak as a physical manifestation of a new language that expresses life, peace, and liberty. My sculpture, The Tree of Peace, symbolizes this expression, integrating the imagery of the three monotheistic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, into a single expression of peace rooted in the earth, with its branches reaching out as many hands, stretched out towards others in friendship, planted firmly in public places and on university campuses around the world. The Tree of Peace calls to our conscience and in its shade draws men together to reflect on peace, putting them on the path of dialogue. Art is also a means of education new generations about the past as bronze messengers bearing witness to the horrors, helping to teach, to ensure that the mistakes of former generation are not repeated. This is an important part of my work as one of UNESCO's Goodwill ambassadors and as an artist for peace, it is my role to use art to teach, remind and instruct about the Holocaust. While the art we create can often be joyous, it also has the power to express the pain and the memory. Through art and culture dialogue, we have the obligation to transmit the spirit and histories of every people as we shape the future. My sculptures, that together I call Destruction and Rebirth, are both an expression of suffering and of hope, echoing the tragedies that struck the Jewish and other communities here and elsewhere, but also voicing their resilience while teaching us about the power of the heart, of the family, and of the human spirit. The first sculpture is entitled Tearing, expressing the unspeakable horror and pain that man can inflict on his fellow men. The second is entitled Explosion. The third, Interstice, Rupture with Hope, representing both life's fragility and its force, as it remains standing in the force, renaissance, and reunification, demonstrating the miracle of these communities restored, exemplifying hope, remembrance, and ultimately forgiveness. I wanted to make these events with symbols that bridge the past and the future and mark the distance between despair and hope and the importance of reconciliation. Some art forms are too fragile to contain these messages. The bronzes, however, are strong and solid, yet with a simple touch they can transmit the memories of those who can no longer speak. It is my hope that all that touch them can receive the messages and memories that are contained in them forever. My family witnessed the ferocity, cruelty that swept this continent, always cognizing of my responsibility to relay the truth as a witness of the tragedies. I'm proud of the new initiative I've been honored to work on recently with UNESCO, a project to recognize the martyr cities that suffered under unspeakable terror has taken shape. Cities like Oradour-sur-Glane in France, the village of Khojaly, the Karabakh conflict, the lost souls of Marzabotto in Italy, and the multitude who died in Babi Yar in the Ukraine during the Second World War. All of these places, and surely many dozen more throughout the world, require more than words to express the tragedies that befell them. Telling the story of generation lost, ties broken, and hearts shattered requires tools that are universal and tangible. I believe that education using art is a way to achieve this goal. In order for us to build peace for them and for the future of all our families, we must understand where we come from and learn the lessons of the past. I have been honored to work with UNESCO in an effort to help this essential organization build peace for the future. My small contribution is through art, using it as a common language for dialogue among people from countries in conflict around the world. Whether it is through Art Camp, which brings together artists from regions conflict who devoted themselves to a common project, developing person relationship and building the foundation for peace, or through my new project, which is Center for Creativity for Peace all over the world, or through the Martyr Cities initiative. I tend to continue this work until I'm unable to breathe, Then I pray that these mighty bronzes shall carry on my work, transmitting the memories for those of us who can no longer speak. Until that time, I ask you to help me in relaying this message to our children for the future and for the peace. As an artist, I believe that ideas can be woven into the raw metals that then take shape to tell a story. The heavy bronzes that capture these messages will stand as sentinels long beyond our short days on this earth. Like Oumuamua, they act as silent messengers from the deep past to today and into the future, helping to share lessons of pain and promise with generations to come. Thank you.